like I said earlier, a holistic approach to health. I think that now we don't look at any of these things as separate. They're all integral. Our mental health, our physical health, what we eat, how we move, how we think, all of that is together. And since plant-based is number one in the United States, as far as a movement, and it is from the research I've done, that bears out when you look at Burger King creating an Impossible Whopper. I mean, it's here now. If you've got Burger King drive-thrus, right? I was so encouraged to see that. So I think that it can't be stated enough that the holistic approach is here to stay. We're looking for alternative medicines. I mean, I'm putting turmeric in my chili, all these things. We all need to help each other understand the value of all this. Absolutely. And I look at your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is, I really admire your lifestyle so very much. And you have to have that type of a healthy lifestyle in order to meet the demands of everything that you have to contend with every day. So I understand that.
Hi, Paula. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you this morning?
I am doing pretty well. Thank you so much. How is everyone?
Sure. Everybody's great. It's a Monday morning. It's time to get to work. Although, as most of us know, we work all the time. So glad to be here with you today.
Thank you so much. And really appreciate your time. Thanks for joining in.
Sure. Oh, it's my pleasure.
Awesome. Good morning, viewers. Welcome to the new episode of Sustainable Future Food Talk. Today, we have with us Paula from the United States. The culinary arm reflects her talents as chef and chef instructor. She teaches both live as well as virtually. Her YouTube channel features culinary fundamentals. A popular chef guest on regional television, she also writes regularly in the food columns. Lifestyle arm features newly introduced at the table with Paula interview series. She also shares her love and knowledge of interior design and gardening. Her mantra is providing quality content that people will find useful, entertaining, and inspiring. So, Paula, great profile. And I also saw a couple of your YouTube videos. So if you can light on that for the viewers, that will be awesome.
Yes, absolutely. Well, good morning, everyone, or wherever you are. A happy day to you. Happy Monday. I'm just excited to be here. I think that any value that I can bring to you will be from the culinary arm, but I also have a strong background in marketing. I don't know if you know this, but I was a financial analyst for a long time, and I was also in medical sales. So I think my expertise comes from both the sales side. I always say I can make it and I can sell it.
Awesome.
That's what I hope I can contribute today to anything that you'd like to ask me.
Lovely. So, Paula, since you have an extensive experience in the culinary industry in the US, so if you can please suggest a few tips for the emerging brands to identify the right target audience or define the customer in the natural food space.
Yes, absolutely. Well, I thought a lot about this, and I think that there are drivers that we need to look at. And one of the biggest drivers we need to look at is the millennium population. So we're talking 18 to 34. And in looking at that in my own experience, I had a restaurant a couple of years ago, and I started to see this trend. I started to see this trend of younger people really wanting to experience good food, and they'll pay for it.
Sure.
And now, that's how we are now. I mean, that's what this is all about. And they really do drive it. They have the income, the up and coming income to do this. They're highly educated. They have also, I think, if you look at some of the other factors here, they do believe you are what you eat. My generation, I'm not 60 yet. I'm not going to tell you how, but I'm close. We heard that expression, but we never really ingested it, so to speak.
Sure.
And so this group, they know that their performance as an athlete, their performance as a person, and generally their mood, all of that. And that's part of your company and what is a wonderful wellspring of things that you can bring to the consumer based on, those needs that they have. And then there's moral and social accountability. They believe some are vegan. Some believe just that we need to change the way we do this sustainable food. That our environment, what we're doing now isn't working with carbon emissions, and we can go on for days about that.
Yeah.
But they are concentrated on that, and that's important to them. And then also, instead of just grabbing a snack at a convenience store and a soda, I watch these people, and I think that's important, because I'll see people come in around, in Whole Foods, like around 11 o'clock it starts, and they are getting their food. And a lot of them, I would say probably 80% it's to go. They grab and go. Even they have the tables there, but even with that, they're busy, but they don't want to just stop in the drive-through. They'll take the time to stop, get out. They know it's not going to be cheap, but that's what they want, And so I think that makes it a perfect time too for us to look really at, in this natural food space, where our opportunities lie. Absolutely. And then I think also the parents. I think that parents drive influence, for the younger kids. Sure. One thing that was very revelatory to me one time, this was about 5 years ago, I found out that the oats that I was making oatmeal cookies for all these decades, that there are pesticides detected in the oats. And it made me so disgusted. I mean, I understand that there are parameters we must operate under in food production, but that to me was such a wholesome, beautiful thing for my kids to have. And here I was reading this. So I think parents are more aware now. They're driving this. They understand that there is maybe somewhat of a premium in cost. However, that is changing now. With more of us in the market, the prices will go down, in the ways that they need to, but they know that it's okay to pay more because of what you get. So I think those are important drivers. And then the other thing is, this is a plant-based, curious planet. I mean, we are in it. We're in it to win it. We want to find our solutions, whether you're a vegan or not. That's not what this is about. As you said, this is a holistic lifestyle choice. And so I hope that those are three things that make sense.
Absolutely. I so agree with you on this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a truth.
Paula, of course, you have spent a lot of time in the US market across culinary things. So how do you see the new consumer trends in the US market?
Oh, wow. Well, like I said earlier, a holistic approach to health. I think that now we don't look at any of these things as separate. They're all integral. Our mental health, our physical health, what we eat, how we move, how we think, all of that is together. And since plant-based is number one in the United States, as far as a movement, and it is from the research I've done, that bears out when you look at Burger King creating an Impossible Whopper. I mean, it's here now. If you've got Burger King drive-thrus, right? I was so encouraged to see that. So I think that it can't be stated enough that the holistic approach is here to stay. We're looking for alternative medicines. I mean, I'm putting turmeric in my chili, all these things. We all need to help each other understand the value of all this. Absolutely. And I look at your lifestyle. Your lifestyle is, I really admire your lifestyle so very much. And you have to have that type of a healthy lifestyle in order to meet the demands of everything that you have to contend with every day. So I understand that.
Absolutely. And as you mentioned about turmeric, so this takes me to my childhood also, so we used to consume turmeric with milk, of course, the golden milk since our childhood.
Right. Golden milk. Yes. I love to hear that. That's wonderful.
And that has been coming from India since ages now. And
my gosh,
as an ingredient has become so popular globally now that
really? Okay. So do you stir it in? Can you stir it into a drink?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, lovely. Okay.
So we add to that milk and stir it and just drink it like that. Of course.
Do you warm the milk or do you
Yeah.
So that it'll dissolve? Okay. I'll have to try that for sure. My arthritis will thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Awesome. So, Paula, you have been yourself a content creator in the food space and a great digital marketeer. So, what are those important points that are kept in mind while creating content for, let's say, the target audience, especially in the food space?
Right, right. Well, I think the first thing is, and I've seen that certainly in you, and I know that your viewers express this too, is you just have to be passionate about what it is you're doing. If you're not, no one's going to get excited. No one.
I'm sure.
So I think that is very, very important for digital content, because your readers see through that. They see, whether they're viewers or readers or customers, all of that, they see through that. And then relate to your customers in whatever role you have, relate to those customers to the point where you're in their shoes, you're in their head, and you understand exactly what drives them and what they need. Mm-hmm. I think that people are looking for substance over flash. You know, I think it used to be all about the flashiest package, the neatest package that does everything. And now we're looking at, we don't want plastic. We want recyclables. We want other solutions. And I've taught classes. I teach a lot of classes, and in a lot of my classes, we've focused on that. And I've felt good about us being able to do that. So I think that's important. They expect quality. Our consumers expect it now. They have so many choices. They do. And then the other thing is show them that it's a doable lifestyle. And we touched upon this before we started to air today. Let them know that there are ways that they can live like this, that are not so far out of the realm of what they used to do, because I hate this expression, but I haven't found one that seems more vivid. And that is, you've heard it. How do you eat an elephant? Which elephant, ivory wars, I would, no. But how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. And so to introduce and educate our customers. The social media, there's such an overcrowding here. So you have to find your niche, and you have to explore that niche, but then have the challenge of keeping everything else that is a part of your brand afloat. We all know there are several different things that we have to approach every day. Sure. That's a challenge. So I think that's very, very important. You know, recipes, examples of how to use them on the fly, inventive ways to do that. And everybody wants to be the type of person that shows somebody something new. I think that is one reason why our social media is such an important part of our lives these days, because we use a lot of our social media, whether we really realize it or not. And I'm speaking of all of us. We use it to educate ourselves, and we use it to spread ideas and information, So based on that, I think you can get in the head of what you should be as a content creator by keeping those things in mind, those general things in mind.
Awesome. The interesting point which you made here, Paula, is that I think this is a very critical point, in the sense that we have to make the consumer believe that this is doable. And then he or she will really appreciate that and take into their lifestyle, right? Because if they have that confidence that this is pretty much doable, then I think they'll definitely go for that, and your content will be consumed. So
absolutely, it will be, and it will stand out. And if solving a problem is what makes people just go crazy over a post. Quickly, I'll tell you, this is kind of funny. My YouTube channel is very, very new, but I have one video on there that's gone viral, and it has almost 100,000 views. It's crazy. But let me tell you what it is. So you've heard of the charcuterie, the charcuterie boards with all of the meats and cheeses, etc. This is a video. It's a 2-minute video that shows you how to make a rose. And it has blown up, and it's silly. And I thought it probably wouldn't get anything, but people wanted to know how to build that rose. So
I'm sure. Interesting.
Crazy. Yes.
Great. So coming down to my next question, Paula. Briefly touched upon the plant-based products thing, but I mean, do you see the scope of plant-based products in the food service industry, especially?
Well, I want to give you a website that I came upon when I was looking at some of this. This is a very good one. It's goodfoodinstitute.org. And it's a nonprofit reimagining food production company. Now listen to
Interesting.
that, a reimagining food production company. And the quote that I got from their website, and it's G like Gary, F as in Frank, I as in interest, gfi.org. They say plant-based products are a key driver of sales growth at grocery retailers nationally and nationwide, growing almost twice as fast as overall food sales. So that one sector, twice as fast as overall food sales. Retail sales data released April 6th, this is 2021, shows that grocery sales of plant-based foods that directly replace animal products have grown 27% in the past year to $7 billion. Now, this is not just plant-based sales, right? This is plant-based sales that has replaced meat.
Yes.
So, wow.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so exponential growth
Absolutely.
is what we see.
Sure. That's a good data. Yeah.
Yeah, it was excellent. And it bears out when you look at other sites. So that's exciting. What I thought was extraordinarily exciting was it wasn't, to change the mindset, the meat mindset, and then to go like to, meatless Mondays. I try to do that sometimes with my recipes and things. I think when you have a plant-based movement that makes carnivores change, let's face it, people like a good steak, and there's nothing wrong. Everybody's lifestyles are different, but at the same time, for them, that shows you how good the products are and how much the consumer is driving this. They want it. They want it.
Absolutely.
Which is good for all of us.
Yeah. And for the planet, of course.
Absolutely. Yes. Amen. Yes.
Interesting. So coming down to my last question for this session.
Okay.
So since we are into the first month of 2022, so what goals have you set for yourself, Paula, for 2022? Maybe if you can quote one personal and one professional.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. So professionally, my main goal is just to continue to grow my business, my website and my blog, and then my presence on television. I'm a natural teacher at heart. It's what I love to do. And I love to be able to communicate and help people. So that is looking very good right now. I've got several classes that are coming up. So I just pray for continued growth and success in that. And then personally, I just pray for health, continued health and growth in that arena. I'd shared with you that I've started a practice of yoga and doing bar workouts. And I think I'm the oldest person in the class.
Wow.
But I'm proud of that. That just means I'm keeping up with the 20-year-olds. So you know what? Hey, I'm doing something right. But those are the two. And I appreciate you asking me that very much.
That's really inspiring. And
well, you're inspiring.
Achieving this.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you. You're an extraordinary young man and much success to everything you do. It's all happening for you. It's great.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for this. And
yes.
I really enjoyed our conversation, Paula. Thank you so much for this. The kind of insights which you gave, I'm sure these will be super useful for the viewers.
I hope so.
Really
I'm here to be of service in any way I can.
Awesome. So thank you so much once again for joining on this.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you have a great day ahead. Thank you so much.
You too. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Take care. Thank you so much.